Hey, comic book fans, it was a big week at the comic book store this week. 15 comics. That's an awful lot, and being that I suffered a financial setback this week, I can't afford a lot of $50 weeks right now. Let's just say it's not always easy eking out a living as a freelance artist. But anyway, here's The Wicked and Divine, issue number 8. I'm enjoying this series. Lots of numbers on this one. That's strange. Guess it's a dance party issue. I'm enjoying The Wicked and the Divine. I'll be here with it for the duration. Thief of Thieves is up to issue number 26. Boy, it's been a while I've been buying Thief of Thieves. I enjoyed it. It's kind of a caper book, as the title might say. Shaun Martinborough has been I think he drew all of them. He's been doing an excellent job with the story. He's got a nice sort of graphic style where lots of blacks laid down, and he's a good storyteller. I think Andy Diggle is the third writer on it, and they've all done a good job, but Shaun Martinborough is the one who's really held the book together for me. That's the first name, right? Shaun. Yeah, there we go. There's the credits. But I knew a few people bought Thief of Thieves in the beginning, but I've stuck with it because I enjoy a good caper book. They're not like us. This is the make or break issue for me. Is that logo distressed, or sometimes I can't tell if there's specks in it or it's just supposed to be distressed. But either way, first two issues I kind of liked, but they really haven't given me enough of a hook or a story. I like the artwork. The writing's fine. Some young people trying to be superheroes, but some of it doesn't make sense to me. But this is it, third issue, make or break. It'll either go on my pull list or not. Rasputin, number 5. Another series I'm very much enjoying. Beautiful artwork. The story is about the death of Rasputin. The historical death of Rasputin is one of those things that's become legendary, and they're making it even more of a legend here, being that, he was this Russian mystic who was shot, stabbed, strangled, and they still couldn't kill him, and finally he was drowned. There's a whole legend that grew up around Rasputin, and the real-life Rasputin was pretty interesting, too, and the comic book Rasputin here I like. Like I said, I think there wasn't... People said there wasn't enough story in this for them, but for me there is. I'm very much enjoying Rasputin. Men of Wrath, issue 5. Looks like I got the variant edition. Didn't even know that. It's in my pull list, so whatever they gave me. I don't even think they had any shelf copies of this one. Matter of fact, I thought this was supposed to wrap up with issue 4. When I came to the issue 4 and it didn't, and they were like, one more issue. I was like, oh, cool. But, oh, look, beautiful art. Look at that. Holy cow, that's just gorgeous. How can you not like that? This Ron Garney, right? Jason Aaron, Ron Garney. Story of a dying assassin who's sent to kill his own son. Yeah, there's all sorts of father-son issues going on in this one. Violence and father-son issues. What more can you want in a comic? Men of Wrath wraps up with issue number 5. And here we have George Perez's Sirens, 3 of 6. A lot of characters in this. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 just on the cover. Holy cow. No wonder it's tough keeping track of everyone. It was okay. The first issue was not very good. The second issue was better. Hopefully the third issue will be nice. Nice back cover too, with the same 14 characters, I think, only different. I think there's something in here with a story of the Sirens having a comic book in the comic book, so that this is the comic book in the comic book. It's very meta and all that. But it's bi-monthly. It's 6 issues. It's George Perez, so I'm going to get it. And here we have Danger Club, number 7. Well, this is the first 5 issues came out 2 years ago. We got 6 last month and 7, and 8 is the last issue of it. But it's strange because it went from this kind of superhero story to it got very mystical last issue with all sorts of cosmic mystic stuff. Look at that. There's some cosmic mystic stuff. So it took a turn. Oh, I just heard the center spread crack in this. You know what? Last week I had 2 comics have their staples pop in the middle, driving me. So that puts it. I think puts my total up to 7 comics in the last 3 months have had their centerfold staples pop on me. You know, pops right through the paper breaks. And I just heard, you know, the sound of snapping. That was like, oh my God. I don't think I've had a centerfold pop on me ever in the last 20 years. And then 7 in the last 3 months. There's something wrong with the paper in comics these days. I don't know what it is, but the centerfold shouldn't be popping out like that. But anyway, Danger Club, good comic. Whoops, just might fall down. Next we have Dave number 1. I have no idea what this is, but I guess I liked the description of it, so I put it the first issue on my pull list. I don't know if the second will make it, but we'll give the first a read. I've heard some people go through the description of this as, you know, robots take over the world, and now they got to live in the world just by themselves, acting like people, even though they're robots. We'll see how it goes. I have no idea what to expect from Dave. The Imperium number 1. This is the one they reordered for me. It came out a couple weeks ago. It's the continuation of the Harbinger series, basically. That's about Harada, the villain in the Harbinger series, taking over part of the world. I liked Harbinger. I like Harada. I like Joshua Dysart and Doug Braithwaite's work, so I'm going to continue on with the Imperium. And I got the sketch covered just by, I guess that was what came in when they reordered it, so that's what I have. Or the blank cover, whatever we call this one. Here is Joe Frankenstein, number 1. I actually saw, what's this guy's name? Nolan, which Nolan is he? Graham Nolan. Post on Facebook about this book, and I liked the cover. I think it was an alternate cover he posted. But I liked the cover. I liked the art inside. So I figured I'll give Joe Frankenstein number 1 a try. We'll see if it's any good. I'll let you know. Next we have Mr. X number 1 of 4. I don't know how I missed this one. It was coming out. I didn't see till this week that there was a new Mr. X series. I somehow missed entirely, even in the email I get from my comic shop of what's coming out, that there was a new Mr. X book coming out. An awful lot of talking in those pages. But I generally, I've been buying Mr. X since the 80s, so I generally like the story. Dean Motter does a nice job with it. If you ever track down the first couple issues that Jaime Hernandez drew, they're some of the nicest comics you'll ever see. Is it Ty? Is that the Ty Templeton cover? Is that who Ty is? I'll have to look that up. Yeah, Ty Templeton cover. There we go. Dean Motter, I think, is drawing the insides. That sure looks like his stuff. But Mr. X is a fun comic, so I'll pick up 4 issues of this. Another last issue here with the Superannuated Man. Issue 6 of 6. I thought there was only going 4 issues originally. Once again, I got to the end of the 4 and went, oh, look, it's not the end. So it's going 6. Matter of fact, I haven't read 5 yet. I saved it because I knew 6 was coming out. I said, I'll read them both at the same time. But Ted McKeever, the Superannuated Man, good stuff, enjoying the story. Humans are obsolete. There's lots of animal creatures running around, and this guy is still trying to go through and live his life on the bad side of town amongst the animal creatures. And another weird Ted McKeever story. If you're into weird, check it out. Here I went and got both versions of Brubaker and Shaun Phillips' Criminal. This is the regular comic book version of it's a special one-shot Criminal. Oh, look, they even have the yellowed pages in this one, too. Then they have... I was actually a little disappointed that I missed out on the Fade Out #1 magazine edition, so I made sure that I got the facsimile magazine of Criminal. Same exact comic, except magazine size and made to look like an old magazine. The Awesome Secrets of Deadly Kung Fu. Oh, look at that. There's even a, like it was mailed to some inmate. It was mailed to the jail. Yeah, I'm big fan of Brubaker and Shaun Phillips' work. Criminal is actually my least favorite of the series, but that, you know, that just means I like it better than 95% of the comics out there, rather than 99% of the comics out there. So, I'm glad I got the magazine one, and even though it cost me a little extra, I got both editions. What the hey? Finally, I picked up the blank Flash variant, just kind of on a whim, because I buy these every now and then, and draw on them. And I might run a contest with this one. I'll have to see. Might draw some of my Buckethead superhero characters. I've drawn Buckethead Flash before, but you don't know what that is, so I'll have to make a video of my Buckethead superhero characters. Until then, we will catch you later.